Sounds. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Ask Fred Lam Show, episode 002. Now, obviously, last week I realized that it was playing my monitor screen, and you really saw a really small face of myself. So with that, I actually figured out go to webinar, and now you can actually see my entire video. So put a 1 in the question box if you guys can actually hear me, can actually see me. All right, I got a lot of ones coming in right now. Excellent. I just love it. All right, I'm just going to pull this up right now so I can see the question box. All right, I see a lot of ones coming in right now. And today is actually our second episode. And for any of you that missed our first episode, please be sure to actually go to my YouTube channel and simply just search for Fred Lam channel, and you'll see my face on there and watch the first episode. So in this episode, before we actually go into our live Q&A section, I actually have a tip for you again. Now, this tip is going to really allow you to start basically becoming an entrepreneur and think like an entrepreneur and start basically flipping money. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can actually, it's kind of like stock where you buy in something and then you sell it out and actually make money from there. Now, it doesn't really require you that you need thousands of dollars just to get started. You can start for as low as just 60 bucks. So let me ask you, put a 2 in the question box if you guys have $60 in your pocket right now. Just put a 2. All right. I'm getting a lot of people giving me a 2 right now that you are telling me that you have $60 in your pocket. But let me ask you this. How many of you would actually want to turn $60 into $150, right? Put a 3 in the question box if that's what you want to do. Simply just take $60 and turn it into basically $150. That's like almost a 3x return right now. All right, I got a lot of people all day long, like Lady said right now. Now, let me ask you another question. It's going to be a little bit trickier. So if I were to ask you to actually invest in, let's say, $300 and make $600 back, it's only 2x, but you make double the amount, how many of you would actually do this? Put a 5 in the question box if that's what you would do, right? Simply just take out 300 bucks and make 600 bucks in return. And I'm talking about USD right now, okay? I'm not talking about simply any other stuff, just simply US, not Canadian, not yen, not renminbi, is straight up US right now. All right, even Sophia said for a guaranteed return, yes, right now. So with that, here's what I want to show you, okay? There is a very specific method that you now can actually go ahead and start using to actually invest with very little money up front, make your return, and invest that into your business. All right? Is that what everyone want right now? Put an 8 in the question box if that's what you want, right? Take, let's say, $60, turn it to $150, do it multiple times where you can actually get $1,000 in your pocket, where you can then invest that $1,000 into creating your e-commerce store with Zero Up Light, because I've shared with you exactly how to do it with Zero Up Light already. Wow, I got an overwhelming response of 8 right now. I got David, Ryan, Graham, Lynn, Joshua, Andrea, Eric, Darylyn, Kay, and Isidore saying, is this possible? Well, let me tell you for a fact that this is possible. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you one thing that I have sitting on my desk that it cost me, okay, $60. And now you can actually flip it and sell it for $150. And you might be wondering, what on earth is Fred talking about right now? So here, you see this? How many of you heard of this? This Nintendo NES Classic Edition. How many? Just put a yes if you have seen this before or you've heard of this before. Right, I got a lot of people giving me a yes right now. Some of you are saying no, and it's absolutely fine. But you know, this piece of little device, okay, is a game console. Right now, if you go to Walmart.com, if you go to Amazon.com, if you go to BestBuy.com, this product has been sold out for the last 4 months. That's crazy, right? Last 4 months, this product has been sold out. But this product, the retail price of this is actually $59.99 in United States. And if you actually go to Craigslist.com, Amazon.com, or eBay.com, this same device right now is sold upwards of $150 to $200 right now. At peak, this product was sold for $250, and people simply just invest $60 and make it from there. Now you might be wondering, well, Fred, these products are so hot, they're always in the market, and at the end of the day, how the heck can I get my hands onto these products when it is always sold out? How many of you are basically having that mindset right now? Put a 1 in the question box if you're like, well, yes, I know that these flipping stuff is great, but how the heck on earth can I have the ability to actually start really investing $60 and making sure that I guarantee to have this product and start to sell it? Well, it's very simple. Here's a website that I can share with you right now. And as a matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share screen right now to actually show you where you can actually look at this. So I am going to share my screen. You should see my screen right now, and you can see go to webinar. You can see my Google Hangout, and I'm going to share my screen right now, and I am simply going to share with you Best Buy right now. Okay, so this website is bestbuy.com. If I look for a Nintendo Classic here, okay, this Nintendo Classic right now, see, it's sold for $300 right now. Oh, sorry, this is not that Classic. This is not. I don't want the Switch. Nintendo Classic, NES Classic. Here you go. Where is it? Right here. See, this one is sold for $59.99 right now, and is currently sold out. And if I go to Amazon and actually look for this product, a used one is already $142, $145 for a new one. And if I were to actually go on Craigslist, it's actually sold for $300. Now, here's one thing that you want to keep note at. Okay, copy this URL down. Go to www.nowinstock.net. And when you're on this page, you can actually see and get notifications when that specific product is in stock. Then all you have to do is, once you got that notification, well, guess what? Just go online and actually buy that product right away. And you can actually turn from $60 right here. I'm not lying, right? From Best Buy, $60. And it can be sold upwards of $167. Well, this is not the console. All stock available. Wow, it is. Well, that's the bundle at the end of the day. But if you go and actually look at Craigslist, and let me go, for example, Craigslist.com, and let me say I'm going to go after New York, and I simply search for Nintendo Classic. Wait for it to load, and Classic. Look at that, $165, $175, $175, $175, $280. Like, look at that. It's turning $60 into making pure profit, guaranteed profit right away. Now, obviously right now, it is still happening right now with Nintendo Classic, and it doesn't have to be just consoles. As a matter of fact, here's another thing that you want to take a look at. Right now, Nintendo, 2 weeks ago, or I should say a week ago, they recently released the Nintendo Switch. And if you go to every single website right now, let's say Walmart again, if you look at the Nintendo Switch, this console has not been released yet, okay? It's not even available here anymore. Let's see a Nintendo Switch. Oops. This little device over here, okay, it's not even released into the market yet. And it's already just on pre-sale, and it's selling for $300. And if I were to go into Craigslist and sell a pre-sold item, okay, I'm just confirming my order and sell a pre-sale item. Look at that right now. It's selling for $650. It is selling for $450, $500. So all these, the console haven't even come out, and you can simply make a massive ROI by doing this. Now, at the end of the day, again, like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be just consoles. It can be a pair of Jordan shoes. There's a kid online right now that actually sold all these to very well-known rappers, and they're like DJ Khaled and all those other guys. They're buying these like crazy right now. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm going to share about my screen. Oops. Oh, for some reason, I can't see myself on Google Hangout. I don't know what is going on, and I hope that it can be seen. Anyways, at the end of the day, it's that simple. So what you want to do is look at the trends on what is going to be a next product that's going to come up and simply just flip it. That's all you do. Just simply flip it. And with that, a lot of you are telling me that, hey, like last week, you guys are all telling me I don't have money to start. Well, again, $60 can be turned into 250 bucks. And from there, well, guess what? At the end of the day, do it a couple times. You have $1,000 in your pocket to do whatever you want. Start an e-commerce store. Start an e-commerce store. Start a. I'm trying to actually get back my camera, and I can't. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing my camera right now on Google Hangout. So if any of Hangouts, can you type in the group chat to let me know if you can actually see me? I'm actually broadcasting this live right on Google Hangout, and at the same time, I'm actually broadcasting this live right in my presenting anywhere one. Let me see. I can't get this to work for some reason. All right, it's got to be some technical difficulties and going from there. So I'm going to drop this URL right in the questions box so you guys can actually start using and just trigger alerts and going from there. So I'm going to put that in here right now and go from there. So at the end of the day, there are many, many, many ways for you to actually become an entrepreneur, and for you, and I can't even type right now inside the, I'll do it right here, instocknow.net. I'm going to send it all to you guys right now, so you guys should see it right now. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to share with you guys is simply letting you know that you just have to be creative. Just be smart. And you can simply start to make money online and become an entrepreneur and think like an entrepreneur, and then simply start your business from there. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of you guys from here have joined Zero Up Light to actually my 10-part video training series for you to actually start your online business. But let's face it, right? You may need some money in cash up front just to test advertisement, and that's why I've showed you another method. Last week, I showed one on using an app on selling products that's sitting in your garage or your house. And today, I can show you another method where you can flip it right now. And at the end of the day, all these can be done at a very easy and a very, very affordable way at the same time. So I hope that these tips will actually help you start running your own business, start getting the investment up, and start running and creating your e-commerce store. So put a 1 in the question box if you guys love that simple, like that's a very, 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 let's be honest, right? That's a very, very simple method on how you can actually start generating sales. Simply just flip that money, make $1,000, and start your e-commerce empire and going from there. So with that, again, every single week, I want to drop some golden nuggets for you guys where there's some tips and hacks where you can actually start making money. It doesn't have to be a business. This is just like a concept, not even a concept. This is a proven method right now. Like, listen, if PlayStation comes up with another console, that thing is going to sell like gangbuster right now. The VR machine is going to be next. That's something that's very, very massive. Not animal products, like kids product, like the other one that's called Hatchinimals. I don't know how to pronounce it. That thing is sold like crazy right now. All right. Yes, now instock.net, I think. Let me double check again. It is now instock.net. Yes, I put on the wrong URL. It's www.nowinstock.net. All right, send it all to you guys right now so you guys can see it again. So anyways, with that, I hope that you guys love that tip. So now we're going to go into our actual session on Ask Fred Live. Now, obviously, there are a lot of people that actually came on really early. Like, I gotta pat yourself in the back for this. Some of you guys actually came on 20 minutes before I even aired the show. So good job on that. Now I'm simply going to see your question and answer your question right now. So the first person is Ryan Nareen. He asked, Ryan from South America, Fred, how can I get an effective funnel set up to link to my store for customers' emails? So when it comes to getting a customer's email, listen, at the end of the day, e-commerce is the best thing to do. Why? Because when it comes to buying a product online, you are now acquiring both prospect and customers. How? Well, if a person actually went to your product page, and let's say that they're buying this I forgot what these are called. Let's say they're trying to buy this pig over here, right? They went to their store, buy this pig, and they basically add the product to cart, fill all their information to tell you where to ship it, and then they're asked the credit card information. Now, if they say, I don't want to buy this anymore, well, guess what? You just acquired a prospect information because they have to actually put in their email address. Now, on top of that, if the person actually bought this product from you, guess what? You got their email address again as a buyer. And here's one thing that you need to understand where I think e-commerce is so powerful is because you are basically making money and building an email list at the same time. This is like by far the best way ever, right? You are basically building an email list while you are making money because you're selling a product. So the most effective one that I'm seeing right now is going after the e-commerce route, Ryan. And I hope that answers your question. All right. Lynn actually has a a feedback about Oberlo. Thank you for that. So Ryan asked, how would customers be able to track their item from my website? So if you're running an e-commerce store and you are part of Zero Up Lite, there is a dual shipping app that I recommend. One of them is called AfterShip. When the customer actually receives the tracking number, all they have to do is just go to your website, input that tracking number in there, and they will actually see everything, like literally everything, the entire the entire tracking information on which port it's at, where the product is at, etc., etc., etc. So you actually want to look at that and going from there. All right. I actually want to hold on one sec. I'm just trying to fix my Google Hangout because I literally cannot see myself in Google Hangout, and I'm just trying it again right now. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I can only see my voice. I can't even share my screen on Google Hangout for some reason, which is really, really weird. Anyways, I'm going to, I'm going to do something first. Just some technical difficulties that we are getting on YouTube right now. And I just want to make sure that anyone that's watching on YouTube can actually see my stuff before I go into more questions. Yes, for some reason, people are not seeing my face, which is not great at all. And I don't even know how to actually get this fixed. Let's see, built in, Yeti, save. All right, so for some reason, I am absolutely not seeing it right now, so that's fine. I'm going to come back into here and going back into my questions right now. All right, so next question that we got is, let's see, by Darylyn. Darylyn said, hi, Fred, what do you do about fraud alert on payment in your Shopify account? I received an order overnight, congratulations, but Shopify says possible fraud. Cart used in Indonesia, Shopify says cart used issued in Japan. How do you handle these? So one thing that's great about Shopify is that they will trigger these fraud alerts. And if you are getting this kind of alert, I would genuinely ask you to refund the customer right away so you don't get a chargeback. When you get a chargeback, it will cost you $15 and it will give you a very bad standing with merchant accounts. So just refund that customer and not even ship with the customer, okay? That's what you want to do. Emma asked, Eamon, I think that's what your name is. Eamon has several questions, and he asks, what's your process for finding targets? How do you set up your campaigns? How do you run one item on multiple targets or multiple items on one target? So, Eamon, great question, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Zero Up Lite training, my 10-part video training that is absolutely free. And if any of you that actually don't have access to it, just go to www.zeroup.co youtube.com/free-course. Okay. And watch my video training series, because I went through and teach how you can actually set up your campaign, how to find your target, and what you need to do. So you want to watch that, because that alone, I think, is like a 2-hour video just on talking about setting these up. And I think you will benefit greatly from that. All right. Raymond said, seeing that baby haul interface is no longer what is at the time of the recommendation, could you give me an alternative site for FAQ? Great question. I totally forgot about that. So I will upload the FAQ text inside Zero Up Lite that you guys can download and copy and paste into your store. Okay, so that way you guys don't have to use it as a preference and going from there. All right, let me see. Darlin asks, on your training video, you do not mention whether to use auto-fulfill or manual fulfillment. I noticed you use manual in your training, but if you have 100+ orders in one day, how can you take care of this many? So Darlin, one thing that you need to know is that it doesn't really matter if it's auto-fulfill or manual fulfill, because you still need to fulfill it. What it does by saying auto-fulfill is just that Shopify will automatically mark that order as fulfilled once the customer actually got the credit card. So that's really about it. And with that, here's what I kind of suggest you to do. It doesn't matter. And if you really want to automate the fulfillment process, you may want to look at Zero Up Lab, a technology that we've created, and go from there. All right. I'm going to actually try something on YouTube Hangout right now. Hold on one second. I'm going to stop the broadcast and start.